Heat race number 1 for your stock cars. Inside row number 1, it's going to be the 13 of Alex Johnson on his outside, the 9 of Gary Laughlin. Row number 2 is going to be the 7 of Bob Rusinger and the 3 of Tim Horsham. Row number 3 will be the 6 of Jeremy Down and the 5 Eli of Marty Steinbach. Shane Stutzman and Austin Bronner make up row number 4. Green flag is out, trouble for Rusinger. He does not get going. Slow, and he's to the tail now. Top 5 will qualify for the A. Gary Laughlin has had a strong car for the last couple of weeks. He's got a big advantage going into turn 1, but he goes in too hard. Car breaks loose. He tries to collect it. Steinbach gets into Horsheim. Laughlin's going to hold on to the lead, but Marty Steinbach is right there. Shane Stutzman up to 3rd after starting inside row 4. Jeremy Down is in that 5th and final transfer. The 7 of Bob Rusinger has pulled off the racetrack. His heat race is done. Marty Steinbach put a little more pressure on the 9 of Gary Laughlin. 4 laps left to go. 4 to go for the 9 of Laughlin, the 5 Eli Marty Steinbach, and the 22S Sugar Shane Stutzman. Jeremy Down makes a move on Tim Horsham, who's now shuffled back into the 5th and final transfer spot. Steinbach closed in on the 9 of Laughlin when he made that mistake entering turn number 1. Hasn't been able to really gain anything since then. 2.5 laps left to go. Eagle Raceway, A1 Iron Stock Car Heat Race, 1 of 3. 2 to go. Shane Stutzman not able to make anything work on the low side. He's trying to close in for that 2nd position. All 3 cars go to the high side. Now they cut down the corner. We got a battle for the race lead now. Laughlin on the outside, Steinbach on the inside. Steinbach tried to diamond off turn number 4, see if he could have got a run. He had it for a second. White flag is out. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Heat race number 1 is going to go to the 9 of Gary Laughlin. Marty Steinbach brings it home in 2nd. Shane Stutzman in 3rd. Jeremy Down in 4th, and Tim Horsham will qualify for the A with your 5th and final finisher. So the 9 of Gary Laughlin winning heat race number 1.
R of Larry Robinson Jr. to his outside, the 12X, son of the farmer, Dylan Haney. Starting inside row number 3 will be the 3T of Nate Thompson, to his outside the 19, Kyle Vanover. Starting shotgun, last row on the field, the number 30 of Jordan Grabowski, and the number 8 of Nick Steyer as Caden Murray puts the green flag in hand. Set your A1 Iron Stock Cars loose, thundering into corner number 1. Matt Fralin jumping out to the early advantage, rolling through turn 3. Travis Patterson likes the middle line. He's going to hang on to the 2nd spot. Look at Kyle Vanover making the charge through the field on the low side through turn 1 and 2, battling with Patterson down the back straightaway. Give the advantage to Patterson, but the race is just heating up. Battle going on back there for your 5th and final transfer spot. Give the spot to Jordan Grabowski, edging over Nate Thompson in the 3T. As they go by the flag stand, it's going to be Matt Fralin, Travis Patterson, Kyle Vanover, Larry Robinson Jr., and Jordan Grabowski hanging on to that 5th and final transfer spot. Vanover makes a move on the low side to try for Patterson on the 2nd spot as they go down the front straightaway. It's a neck-and-neck drag race. Vanover with a slight advantage, and he takes the slider going through 1 and 2. Give the 2nd spot to Kyle Vanover. Vanover looking for a little bit more off-board this time, but now the advantage is still with Matt Fralin in the 7T. Vanover on the low side. Ware got a race going on down here, but Matt Fralin shuts the door. This time by the flag stand, 2 to go. Vanover hot on the heels of Matt Fralin. Vanover liking that low side. Matt Fralin liking to keep it a little higher. White flag is out, neck and neck. Kyle Vanover with a haymaker through 1 and 2. Can he hold it? No! Give the spot to Matt Fralin. Kyle Vanover hanging on for the second spot. Out of 3 and 4, one final time. Who's gonna have it? Caden Murray, checkered flag in hand. Give the win to Matt Fralin in that 7P machine in a stout battle with the 19 of Kyle Vanover.
How many are they taking out of that?
Third place is going to go to the 17 TK of Travis Patterson. Fourth, the 53 junior of Larry Robinson Jr. and the 30 of Jordan Grabowski. Rounding out those top 5 transfer spots, Eagle Raceway, make some noise for your winner in a thriller, the 7P, Matt Fralin.
Row number 2 to the inside, the 5B, Matt Boucher on his outside. The 83 of Jeff Ware. Row number 3 to the inside, the 22 of Nick Beckman on his outside, the 51 of Devin Shelm. And row number 4 is going to be your defending track champion, the 1 Cade Richards, and the 8A, Anthony Clark. Oh, a little bit of sliding still. Track's still just a little greasy in turns 1 and 2. But with that sun beating down on it, it's going to get dried up quick. Hunter Wergen's going to lead lap number 1 as they're 3 wide at the line. Jeff Ware picked up the last feature win. We were in action at Eagle Raceway 2 weeks ago. He's up to second already and looking for more. Dang it, James, I just got a big whiff of that outdoor grill.
Yeah, that outdoor grill, it'll get you every time with those steak sandwiches and all that good stuff down there at the outdoor misting bar.
Come on, I finished a walking taco, said I was done eating for the night, but I guess not. I'll eat a steak sandwich after smelling that. Hunter Wergen, Jeff Ware, battle is for third. Out of turn 4, the 29 of John Meyer is going to have it. But Matt Boucher not going away on the low side. Boucher's going to slide up in the middle of 1 and 2. Hard on the throttle on the exit of turn number 2. It's a drag race down the backstretch. Those two going at it one more time. Turns 3 and 4, and we got a battle for the race lead. Hunter Wergen doing a great job holding off the 83 of Jeff Ware. Ware now is going to diamond off turn number 2. Can he get the run? No, grip's just not there yet. Out of turn 4, Jeff Ware peeking underneath again. Now he slides up right against the back bumper of Hunter Wergen. Ware slips a little bit on the exit of turn number 2. That allowed Wergen to get away. 2 laps left to go. Caden Murray gives him the signal of 2 more rotations. Now Boucher's starting to put a little pressure on the 83 of Ware. Ware might be having some issues in that 83 machine all of a sudden. Just a lap and a half ago, he was battling for the race lead. Now he's trying to hold on to second. Out of turn 4 at the line, white flag is out. Scoring and timing's got Ware in second.
I tell you what, Dan, it looks like the right rear on the Ware machine has a little extra bounce. They may be having a trouble with a shock and a spring on the 83.
Good eyes, James. Out of turn number 4, picking up the win, the 2X Hunter Wergen. Jeff Ware brings it home in second. Third was the 5B of Matt Boucher. Fourth was the 22 of Nick Beckman, and I did not catch who finished 5th. But one more time, picking up the win, the 2X of Hunter Wergen. Row number 3 is the 29 of John Meyer and the 7 of Bob Rusinger. Row number 4 is the 8, the race at MD Nick Steyer, and the 8A Anthony Clark. Tail and Charlie in the 5A, that's going to be Austin Bronner. Yeah. Green flag is out. Good start for Dylan Haney. He's going to have the race lead at the line. They're going to be 3 wide. Alex Johnson, Dylan Haney, Devin Shelm, Nate Thompson now making it a 4-car dance. Dylan Haney's going to lead lap number 1. Alex Johnson in second, Devin Shelm, then Nate Thompson. That's your top 4, with 5th being John Meyer. Dylan Haney, Devin Shelm, Nate Thompson. Now Nick Steyer and John Meyer. Oh, Bob, hold on to her. He slides up the racetrack. Austin Bronner getting a little loose in the middle of turn 2 at the back of the field. Bob Rusinger had mechanical issues to start off his heat race. That's why he's in this B. Oh, and around goes Dylan Haney. Waiting, waiting, we stay green. Dylan Haney is rolling. Devin Shelm now takes over the race lead. Nate Thompson in second. Nick Steyer in third. Bob Rusinger in fourth. John Meyer, your 5th and final transfer. And around goes Austin Bronner again. Not again, excuse me. He's the 2nd car to go around. But he stays going, and we stay green as Nick Steyer put a little bit of a slide job on Nate Thompson. Oh, Bronner kind of tricks up. Now Bronner makes contact with our race leader, and he slams into Nick Steyer. Steyer's radiator is gone.
Tough break.
Huh. Gonna go green, 4 laps left to go. Once again, top 5, moving on to the A feature. Devin Shelm goes a little low. Alex Johnson flirting with that outside barrier. Devin Shelm, 3 laps left to go, starting to pull away from Nate Thompson. Devin Shelm, Nate Thompson, John Meyer, Dylan Haney now, after going to the spin cycle earlier, is back up into a transfer spot. He's in 4th, battling for 3rd. White flag, final time. Final transfer right now is a 7 to Bob Rusinger. Can Anthony Clark get around? But out of turn number 4, picking up the win, the 51 of Devin Shelm. Nate Thompson in 2nd, Dylan Haney in 3rd, John Meyer in 4th, and your 5th and final transfer, the 7 of Bob Rusinger. Two by two, they won't be doing that much longer. 20 laps to figure out who's going to end up in Demon Decal's victory lane. Oh, a little bit of Rubbins racing on the opening lap. Gary Laughlin's going to stick his nose out in the lead. They're going to be 3 wide. Oh no, car around in front. Kyle Vanover gets in it. Shane Stutzman's in it.
How about Tim Horsham just avoiding that situation at the very tail? Tough break for Kyle Vanover and Shane Stutzman. Looks like Tim Horsham got out of there unscathed.
I didn't hear. Kurt, did you hear who they were sending to the rear? Gary Laughlin's gonna have to get another good start. Full restart. Gary Laughlin, Travis Patterson. Other way around. Travis Patterson, then Gary Laughlin. Oh! I think Patterson got a shot to the rear. Kicked his rear end up a little bit, not able to get the grip, but he's gonna hold on to second. Now we're 5 wide. Are you kidding me at Eagle Raceway?
It's one of those rare things that happens from time to time when they can go 5 wide and hang on to them. Melee, melee, melee. Woo!
Devin Shelm, I think, had something break on his car. Kurt, did you say he was in the rail in 3? Six, 12 and under get in for free. And it's going to be the kids' money grab during intermission. James, green flag's back out.
Yes, sir. Green flag's back out. Gary Laughlin with a strong advantage as he takes the field into corner number 1. 1, 2, 3 wide. Travis Patterson, Hunter Wergen, and Jeff Ware. Jeff Ware had a strong run. It just did not stick there off of corner number 2. So your lap 1 advantage is going to go to Gary Laughlin.
Yeah, Jeff Ware had a ton of momentum in the high side of 1 and 2 and just wasn't able to get that car to hook up. Grabowski gets by him. Grabowski's on the tail. Grabowski now makes contact with the 2X of Hunter Wergen, and then oh my!
How did that not end a lot worse?
I thought he was going right for that light pole.
Oh yeah.
But luckily everyone was able to get by somewhat okay. That all developed just a racing incident, in my opinion. But Hunter Wergen slowing off the pace, and Travis Patterson, nowhere to go, just rear ends him.
Including high vis, first aid, and personal protective equipment. Caden Murray's got the green flag in hand. We're going to give this another go. Your A1 Iron A feature coming at ya.
Gary Laughlin's got one of the best in the business looking to his outside. Jeff Ware's there. Marty Steinbach's there. It was a 4-car dance for the middle of turns 1 and 2, but it's shaken out to a 2-car battle for the race lead.
2-car battle for the lead off of corner number 4. What does Grabowski have down the front straightaway? He's got the lead. That's what he got going into corner number 1. Grabowski's going to have it. Ware looking on the outside, trying to get around Gary Laughlin as well.
Ware's going to carry that momentum down the backstretch, continue to work on the high side. Tim Horsham around in turn 1. Caution is out. Good land. They're your local Saney equipment dealer, home of the 5-year, 5,000-hour warranty. Big start for Grabowski. Laughlin, Ware's gonna get a big run out of turn number 2. He'll take over the 2nd spot.
So it's going to be Grabowski, Laughlin, Ware. Who's going to have it off of corner number 4? Give that 2nd spot to Jeff Ware. As Marty Steinbach begins to look at the inside of, excuse me.
Jordan Grabowski, Jeff Ware, Marty Steinbach looking to the outside of Gary Laughlin. Gets a big run off turn number 4. No, Steinbach's got the 3rd spot.
Dylan Haney was trying to join in that group, had a little slip of the grip off of 4 and lost 2 spots as Grabowski remains your leader.
Jordan Grabowski checking out with 16 to go. Now 15 to go. Scoreboard run a little bit behind. Jeff Ware, Gary Laughlin, Marty Steinbach. Battle is for 4th. Wasn't Kyle Vanover involved in an accident early in the night?
Yeah, and he's rallied his way back.
I think he's got a shock loose. Look when he goes into the corner, that left rear hops. You'll see it going into 3 now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You do see a little bit of a hike for that 19 machine.
Oh no, round goes Hunter Wergen. We talked about that flat tire. It may have finally bit him.
Yes, sir, looks like it did. Oh, and Tim Horsham's got a spin to avoid another one.
Jeff Ware, Gary Laughlin, Marty Steinbach. Kyle Vanover, Matt Boucher, Cade Richards.
Caden Murray's got the green flag at hand. We're gonna have another take two at this one. Jordan Grabowski's gonna hang on to the advantage as they roll through 1 and 2. Look at Marty Steinbach making a challenge on the outside of Vanover. He's looking to get around. We might have two go by Gary Laughlin. No, Laughlin's gonna hang on to the spot as they roll him off of corner number 4. Grabowski hanging on to it as we wind him down. 11 to go this time by. Jeff Ware in second. Gary Laughlin's beginning to mount a challenge on the low side.
Cade Richards looking to the inside of Kyle Vanover. Vanover not being held up by that left rear issue. Vanover now going to go to the outside of Gary Laughlin. Vanover not able to make it work. Jordan Grabowski, 9 laps to go. Jeff Ware, Gary Laughlin, Cade Richards, and Kyle Vanover still going at it. Matt Boucher started to throw his hat in the ring with a two-car battle between Vanover and Richards.
Look at the high line that Vanover takes coming off of corner number 4. You can give that spot to him down the front straightaway as Boucher mounts a strong challenge on the bottom side. Boucher low, Vanover high.
Cade Richards working on Gary Laughlin, almost rolling that car over. Look how much he is three-wheeling it. Bob Rusinger pulls off the racetrack. Jordan Grabowski, Jeff Ware, Gary Laughlin, Kyle Vanover, Cade Richards, and Matt Boucher.
Five laps to go this time by for Jordan Grabowski. Half a straightaway lead on the field. Jeff Ware, Gary Laughlin. Oh, Kyle Vanover giving Laughlin a little shot in the shorts as they roll through 1 and 2. But Laughlin continues to hold the advantage as they run through 3 and 4. Vanover really liking that high side line, almost knocking down the Jersey barrier, and it almost cost him a spot on that one.
Cade Richards has got a handful of that machine. That 1R. It's hooked up into the track, but he's just not getting the grip he needs to roll off in. Yeah, as he's rolling so much, I think he's wearing on that right rear. Got a little bit of a tire up. Battle between Laughlin and Vanover now goes into 3.
Vanover tries the low side this time. Laughlin's gonna hang on to the spot as they go down the front straightaway. Vanover's gonna head it back for the high line as they roll through 1 and 2. Laughlin gets away on that one as Boucher begins to challenge Vanover.
Final time in your A1 Iron stock cars. Jordan Grabowski, Jeff Ware, Gary Laughlin, Kyle Vanover, Matt Boucher, Cade Richards. Out of turn number 4, getting the win, the 30 of Jordan Grabowski. Jeff Ware holds on for second. Third was Gary Laughlin. And Kyle Vanover bringing it home in 4th. So one more time, he's pulling it up to the scales. Coming to you out of Beatrice, Nebraska, picking up another stock car feature win. The 30, Jordan Grabowski.